And boom, we're here early. Hello, Denise. Hello, Joe. Joe, I'm glad you're doing better today with no migraine. They are no fun, I hear. No fun at all. Yeah, we're a couple of minutes early. Why not, right? What the heck? Why not? Oh, I got to get Kevin to refill my water bottles. Let me refill my big water bottle here. Yeah, I figure while I was messing around the shop getting ready to go, I figure we just go live and be live. And then we can turn some pens. Hey, Kev. Have Kevin refill my water bottle. Oh, there he is. Thanks, Kev. He didn't answer when I went into the living room. He was quietly hiding there. Okay, we got Will. Will's in the house. Carrie Lynn Leonard's in the house. How's Canada today, Carrie? Is it chilly up there? Hello, Lawrence. Good to see you in. Hello, Christina C. Good to see you as well. Oh, been turning since probably 6:30 this morning. Got a couple of premieres out, turned a couple of models for Carrie, pulled the blanks from the, what do you call that? The one we did for, I'm losing my brain, Kimba. Let me go find the one that I polished up before we put them in the oven. There we go. This is an absolutely gorgeous blank. I polished this one up, put the pictures in the what do you call them? The Discord group, but this is how this turned out. This is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Subtle little copper in there, little tiny bit of wisp of blue. Carrie had me put that ghost blue in that midnight blue. Looks incredible. This almost looks like a Christmas ornament, those kind of colors. Whew. Got that jade floating around through there. Don't see much on the other sides. But that side there that I polished up, that's going to be one brilliant blank when we get that sucker done. They've all been cooked, so they're ready to be turned. I guess Carrie will probably put them up pretty soon on the old website. We have a total of 9 for sale, 8 if you call Carrie's one of those 9. Kimba gets one, and Carrie may want one, but she doesn't have any pens, so she probably needs one. Let's see. Lawrence Aldridge is in the house. Spoke with Carrie on the messenger the other day, got her all squared away. We know exactly what she needs. Probably be a couple of weeks before we turn them, but now we got it all out of the way. She can rest her pretty little head and say, ah, and not stress out what we need. And then we'll record those for future wonderfulness. That way she can get what she needs. So we do have 2 premieres up today. Turned a couple of pens. I think there's about 15 pens in those 2 things. And I turned a couple others for Carrie. Then, of course, I had to do maintenance. Had to clean out the air filter so I can get some airflow and all that kind of stuff to get ready and get rolling. All right. So let's get rolling anyway, right? Let me turn the TV on so I can see the chat, if I can catch the chat. Sometimes it goes by and I don't see it. It's snowing here now, by the way. If Rebecca comes in, she's 3 hours north of us. I wonder if it's snowing up there too. But it was 47 degrees when I took Kevin to work this morning. And when I brought him home, it was 31 degrees. So the high was about 8 o'clock this morning, which is very odd. Usually the high's in the middle of the afternoon. Hello, Chocolate Diamonds. Good to see you. Yeah, snowing. Can you believe it? It was so beautiful yesterday. It was actually pretty nice. High in the 50s, probably 51, 52. And then it's snowing and windy now. Let's go see the weather. Here, I'll share my screen just because it's so fun to do. Can we do that on this? Yeah, we can. We're on StreamYard. Forget what I'm broadcasting from sometimes. Okay, there is the area, and you can see the radar. Oh, the snow just went through. Let's go see. Oh, it's going off, so I guess we don't get any more snow. We just got that little bit that blew through, so that's going over there and going to disappear into Arkansas almost. Oh my goodness, look at that storm. You getting some of that, Lawrence? My goodness, down there in Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, a little bit of Ohio. Oh, they're getting the snow up in there. Oh my goodness. Going to hear some complaining tomorrow. There's Mountain Home. Not sure why that's highlighted, but anyway. Anyway, there's Oklahoma City, and the wind is out of the north at 17 miles an hour, gusting to probably 30. Pretty weird. Humidity, 64%. Decent cloud cover. No more precipitation. It's run off to the right. We're just getting the tail end of it now. All right, we'll stop sharing that because we need to get to work. 83 today. Oh my goodness. That'd have been nice. Woo! 70 where Joe was. Hey, Crystal L, welcome in. Dang, Joe, 70. Yeah, I'd like some of that. Okay, let's get rolling here. We got this gorgeous blank. I think it's called With the Stars Cat Fedora. And this is for M from Mooney Maid. Carrie, if you're listening to the live, you may want to tell M that we are turning her pen. And she is going to get a baseball bat .60 bow tie on this baby. Oh, this is the one with the girl in the chair with a little bit of purple in the sky, and then she's got her feet on a deck in a fence that sort of looks like this here. I always thought it was a campfire until I looked at it closer. And, of course, we got the nighttime stars out there. So this will be fun. Here we go. The blower is on. Let's see, Joe, smoked bratwurst on the pellet grill. Yum. Or I used to call it brats when I was in the store. And then Audrey, who will come on here once in a while, hey, Vanessa, she will say, it's brats. Brats are my children. And I think she said that just about every day we were at that meat counter. Because it's just ingrained in my head as brats. But it is brats, bratwurst, etc. I could use the excuse I don't speak German. It's a pretty thin blank. We've asked Troy to make much thicker blanks when we're doing a collaboration. That's .61 right there. So that's about all we can get there. Then we'll do a little elephant's foot here on the end. You call them brats or you call them brats? I think you mean you call them brats. Yeah, I see that there. Yeah, I don't know where I ever got that from, but you know. They misspelled it on the package. Yeah, I claim ignorance, Lawrence. I'm just reading. That's all I'm doing. Just reading, sounding out. Hooked on phonics, baby. Hooked on phonics. Going to go to Vegas on Monday. I go from Oklahoma City to Salt Lake City and Salt Lake City to Vegas. And it's sort of funny is they'll run a number of flights from Salt Lake City to Vegas, but there's only a couple going from here to Salt Lake City, and the plane they take is just one of those little Embraer 175s. So it's got 2 seats on either side of the airplane kind of deal. Yet, the one that goes from Salt Lake to Vegas is one of those 3x3s and probably an A320 or something like that. Okay, we got to do a bow tie on this baby here. Let's find the middle. 5 inches, 2.5. We'll do about 3/4 either direction. There we go. Yeah, me too, Lawrence. That's what I'm blaming it on. Let's see. This is going to be a bow tie. So let's find the basement first. That'll be the basement of that bow tie. Yes.
How much extra virgin
How much what?
oil on the pan?
About 2 teaspoons. I taught Kevin how to cook a steak indoors, so he's having a steak for dinner. And he asked me how much oil he puts on the pan. I said 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of grape seed oil. It's a high smoke temp oil. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Rebecca. Hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, welcome back at you there. All you beautiful people up there in Wichita. Did you get a little snow a little bit ago? We just got some, in the last hour or two. Temperature dropping, you know how that goes. It's all gone now, moved east. This is a very thin pen. Not very easy to get some sexy curves out of it. Unless you're doing a 0.46 or something like that. So last night, Carrie was not feeling well, so we just spent some time on, we were going to go out to dinner, but she's not feeling well, so we didn't go out. We just hung out, and she was not feeling so well. She needed some sleep, so by 10 o'clock, we were both in bed, and 11, I was out, and I think she fell asleep probably by midnight. But she's feeling a little better today, pretty chipper. All right, that looks pretty good there. Trying to get a little sexiness on these curves off the handles here. Everybody wants some sexy curves in their pen, right? No, she didn't have the migraine, that's for sure. Yeah, we had a good time. It was, it was a good occasion, Valentine's Day and all that good stuff. So why not, right?
What's up, peeps?
Kevin says, "What's up, peeps?" He's the official buffer.
And the official buffer is having a steak.
That's what I told him. Oh, my water. Did you refill my water bottles yet? Okay. Thanks. No, not this second. There's no real hurry. Vanessa says hi, Kevin. Denise waves hi, Kevin. He just left. Heck yeah. Steak at the Outback. You know it. I remember, 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, when Outback came out with that Bloomin' Onion. I'm not sure when they did, but my first interaction was probably not when they brought it out. It's probably later. But man alive, couldn't get enough of that Bloomin' Onion. Now, can't stand them. Just a mouthful of grease. Kevin says they're still good. She gets the Joey sirloin. Heck yeah. We are certainly staying warm because I believe in heaters. I got 2 of them in the shop. That way we keep the shop right around 68, 70 degrees. In fact, they were running all night long and it only got down to like 50 degrees overnight, which is really weird. And I walked into the shop this morning. It was 77 degrees. I'm like, ooh. So I opened the doors and let the cool in. Get rid of some of that heat. Kevin, it smells like you got your pan too hot. Yeah, is your pan done? Smells awful hot. You got it right below 6?
Yeah, right at 6.
Right below it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a difference. Just right below it. Thank you. It's too hot, but that's okay. It'll be all right. Here's my life hack of the day. The funnel cake. Heck yeah. If you get stink in your house, such as fish or after making a steak on the oven or something like that, boil cloves. Just throw some water in a saucepan and 1 or 2 quart. Throw some water in there, put some cloves in there, turn it up, let it boil for 10 minutes. Cleans your house right out. Smells like cloves rather than, and I don't know why it freshens up, but it's better than stinky fish or burnt something or other, that kind of thing. It's my life hack of the day. Hopefully nobody knew that and everybody learned something. Like I'm the first one to figure that out, right? Well, my Band-Aid's falling off again. I just cannot keep Band-Aids on when I got water on my fingers all day long. I got this cut right there and I can't get it to heal because it's always wet. I did not know that. Cool. Clocks and cinnamon. I guess that keeps time. Cinnamon will work too, but cinnamon's expensive. Can't you wear some? I could put it on there if I did. I got those little finger condoms there. I just got to go put one on. That's all. And I like turning with my fingers and not have them covered up. So, but I got to quit being such a big baby and cover up my finger. It was on the side of my finger. I cut it doing something on here, snagging a piece of metal on the end of there. I may just put a little finger condom on there. just to keep it dry. Jeez. That was noisy. Just knocked my shield off. Yeah, that was a waterproof bandage. Well, maybe it's water resistant. They're definitely waterproof when I actually just cut the fingers off a rubber glove or a nitrile glove or something and wear the little fingers kind of thing or the thumbs or whatever. And again, that thing's been on there through probably about 12 pens, so it's doing well. I just expect a lot from it because it's Disney characters. There it is. The Girl at the Night. The Starry Night or whatever that one's called. And what's it called? It is called With the Stars. With the Stars. I think this is one of the coolest blanks he's made because he really captured all the colors in the different parts of it. And I always thought that was a campfire down there, but it's actually just moonlight reflection and a fence that the little girl's got her feet on. Of course, the green is the trees. And you got the sky and all that good stuff. All right, that is good. We'll put that in the buffer pile. So that's number 18 for the day. Let's see, who's up next? Next on the hit parade is Caroline. Miss Caroline. And this is going to be, I don't even know what this is. What is this? This is, Black Friday exclusive. And she's going to get screw-in threads. Carrie, if you're watching, let Caroline know we're turning her pen. Let me put some bushings in it. Let's see, rounded, pointy, I Dream of Jeannie 2.0. And she's going to get, I don't know if it's a 0.50, a 0.54, a 0.50, or a 0.56. Oh, that's a different one. What's that one there? I don't know what these are in there for, but there's only one blank in here.
What's that?
Caroline's?
Just put it on my shipping desk. It goes with the other.
Oh, okay. It goes with the other one. Okie dokie, we cleared that mystery up. I confuse easily. All right, 0.56, and this is going to be a tuxedo bow tie. Let's see, where did the blank go? Here it is. All right, got that in hyper speed. Make sure I didn't miss any comments. Can you wear some gloves? Yeah, that's what I need to do. You know what, Joe, is I find that waterproof gloves really aren't, Band-Aids really aren't that waterproof. I think there's a point where the moisture is just going to take it away, you know? I'll do this so I can at least not get anything in it. Okay, here we go. Blower on. Let's make this baby round. On April 26th, I'm going to be, which I think it's a Saturday, I'm going to be at the local Rockler store turning pens. I need to put my hood back on here because now I'm getting little shavings everywhere. Aww. Who knows? I might even meet another diamond painter. And Rockler, of course, is a woodworking chain. They sell power tools and supplies galore. Who knows? Maybe we can do a live broadcast from there. That's normally when I'm in the shop turning. Okay, we'll turn that down a little bit, get a little closer. That would be fun. Live from the Rockler store on Leopard Leatherworks. All right, what am I doing here? I'm doing a baseball bat, 0.56. And then we'll do a tuxedo in the middle. Anybody can ask any question they want. There's no such thing as a dumb question. If you don't know, you don't know. Let's get you knowing. By the way, if you didn't see the podcast today, it was absolutely wonderful. Had a really good time doing this particular topic, and it's about being authentic. We do that about 11:30 Central every week. .62. Yeah, Lawrence, I'm with you there. I can't believe we have all three here in Oklahoma City. We actually have a store here in Oklahoma City that's better than a Tandy. It is called Traditions Leather or Traditions Leathercraft. Got a lot more, a lot friendlier, all that good stuff. There we're at .58, getting right in there for Miss Caroline. If you're here tonight and you're not in the Facebook group or the YouTube subscribership, go ahead and do those because that way you get notified when we go live, which for us is pretty much every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, except this weekend because of Valentine's Day and me going to Vegas. And this is not a pleasure trip. It's 100% business. Gambling doesn't interest me too much. We can order through the mail. Yes, sir, you can, for sure. .61. We're getting there. Hey, Joe, a buddy told me about a super authentic Brazilian steakhouse in the Dallas, Frisco, McKinney area. I'm not sure exactly, but I think he called it was 24 meats or 24 cuts or something like that. He said it's even better than Fogo de Chao. Yeah, I think it's 24 cuts. Yes, ma'am. Me, I like Tandy leather too. But this store we got in Oklahoma City is actually better than Tandy. And we have Tandy as well. So I've been to both, buy from both. But this guy at Traditions, man, he really takes care of you. All right, now we got to thin this down a little bit. And my hotel in Vegas is right in the middle of all walkable restaurants. Massive variety, probably no less than 20 of them, all clustered around it. Okay, we're going to do a tuxedo bow tie on this baby. 5 1/4, 2 5/8 to the middle. We'll go about 7/8 out either side. Here we go. Ah, very nice, Lawrence. I love leather work, I'll tell you. Hence the name of our company, Leopard Leather Works. You know what, Joe? I don't know if it's talent because you certainly have to learn it. So you develop some skills, but I'm very curious. Put it that way. That's why I get my fingers into so many things. Well, that's nice to learn a little bit from your dad, Lawrence. That's for sure. Even if you didn't get it all, the rest is just trial and error. Yeah, Joe, I'm just curious. Haven't met a tool I don't like. Thundering now. Yeah, I saw that big storm rolling through there. Looking pretty exciting. I love a good thunderstorm. We get some pretty massive ones here in the summertime in Oklahoma. Not all the time, just every once in a while. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness, look at you, Joe. Jeez. I have 5 guitars and I can't play a one of them. Or no, I got 1, 2, I'm down to 4. I only have 4 guitars. All right, there's most of it. Now we got to make the crease for the tuxedo. I'm telling you, Lawrence, I would love to play the guitar. I just can't get my fat fingers to reach all those strings. Either my arms are configured wrong or my fingers go the wrong way. I don't know what it is, but man, that's pretty cool, Joe. But and believe me, I spent plenty of money on those guys online that say, this is how you learn to play the guitar. And I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. The Chord Buddy. Yeah, I think I've heard of that too. Is that the one that plays the chords for you? Man, I wasn't even good at Guitar Hero. All you have to do is press the button. Well, that doesn't sound like playing the guitar. Sounds like playing the Chord Buddy. Carrie, I drive Carrie nuts watching guitar videos on YouTube. When are you going to get rid of those guitars? Maybe never. Norwegian wood. There you go. And the cool thing is the two electrics that I have are absolutely freaking gorgeous. They are quilted maple top guitars. One is purple and one is green. And oh man, they're so good looking. Oh, they're so good looking. I could just hang those on the wall and be art. I'd be good. I may even do that. I think I've sold 3 or 4 that I had before. I had a Stratocaster. I had a, oh, what's that one? The hollow body electric guitar was Gretsch, Gretsch. And I had a Martin M36. That was an expensive one. I paid $2,000 for that guitar. And when I sold it for $2,200. So I made money on it. There you go, chocolate. I can't figure out, my fingers don't reach the strings. It literally is painful for me to play the guitar. And everybody talks about, here's how you play the guitar. But my biggest thing is, how do you hold the guitar? How do you get your fingers to go where the fingers are? That kind of thing. And I look at my buddy Brad Paisley, and man, he could play anything. He could play a hubcap with a string, probably. And by the way, when I say my buddy, I don't know him. He don't know me. We're just from the same area back in West Virginia. Sound of Silence. Hey, Home Free just came out with Pentatonix just came out with a new Sound of Silence. Hey, J-Rob, how we doing? You see my podcast today, J-Rob? Pretty good. I'll have to send you a link. That's good. Yeah, she's covering that murder case. I actually talked to a girl yesterday, or was it? Yeah, Friday, in Greer, South Carolina, Rebecca. I asked her, I said, hey, do you know about this murder with this Zachary dude? And she goes, oh, yeah, it's all over the news down here. And I actually interviewed her at the Starbucks in Greer, South Carolina. Good thing nothing nefarious happened there. Whew, that'd have been scary, man. Yeah, Pentatonix got a new version of the Sound of Silence. Done very well, because they are awesome. Yeah, Rebecca does a nice job covering those trials. I like when she sort of pauses stuff and starts throwing her 2 cents worth in, or explaining what's going on. Because, the law is like, when you know the law, it's like being a mechanic. You sort of know how all that works. And it's not all LA law, if you know what I mean. It's procedures and rules of evidence and all that good stuff. Lots of rules to follow. And, of course, everybody's manipulating the story to make their people guilty, not guilty, or whatever. Yeah, Joe, we do it most Saturday mornings. I think we've gone almost 2 years now. I think we started in March of 23. or as the Golden Girls say, la la. I don't know what that means. La la. Are we back to the guitar? Or are we talking about Rebecca's Crime Channel? I'm not sure which. Yeah, Rebecca, I try to stay as far from a courtroom as I possibly can. I had a buddy one time. He's actually dead now. And he was what they call a sovereign citizen, which really doesn't exist. But there's some thought out there in the world that these people do exist and aren't subject to this, that, and the other thing. And he says, hey, come down and watch me take on this judge. And I went down there and I saw him take on the judge. I'm just not sure what he was doing. But he didn't win, and the judge wasn't putting up with his malarkey. It was funny. And I said, hey, Doug, I don't think that worked too well. All right, there it is. Prior to buffing, the Friday night, not Friday. I keep wanting to say Friday night special. Thank you, Rebecca. But this is the Black Friday special. There we go. Black Friday special. So that's for Miss Caroline Koch. I think you say her name. It's either Koch or Coke or something like that. Caroline, this one's for you. She has a lot more we need to do. She's in the franchise bucket. She is 3 down. She might get done tomorrow because tomorrow will be, looks like Rachel, Haggard, Denise, and if I can squeeze 3 in for the day, because I don't have to go do a podcast, I might get 3 franchises done tomorrow. And Caroline's the 3rd, so she might get a big box this week. I'm always excited for that. Okay, let's see who's up next. It is Miss Joyce. Joyce has got a couple little blanks here. One is the colored pencil blank. Let's see, 0.54, 6 inches as is. And then, well, that's not 6 inches, but we'll do it as is. Rounded, finger hold is a 0.54, and then we'll figure out something to do in the middle. All right, so I don't have to cut these down at all. Let me cut the tape off. And hey, after the broadcast tonight, Rebecca and I will be on her server for a short bit, probably an hour or 2. Going to beat some bosses and all that kind of good stuff. So if you're got Pow World downloaded and installed and ready to rock and roll, I guess I should go as far as say, I mean, it's Rebecca's server, but come on in. Hopefully she'll say, yeah, that's okay. Invite everybody. Yes, Pow World is a very, very decent game. I'm telling you. It's very playable for everybody. The grind is good, which means as you're acquiring new skills, they make it just nice again. Make it a little bit better, go a little further, be a little bigger thing, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think the grind is really good on that game. And when I say grind, I mean you have to do a bunch of things to, get stuff. And it is a pleasant grind. There are some games it's like, oh my goodness. The water is warm and the sharks are friendly. You got it, J. Rob. You got it. Okay, so there's a couple things about these colored pencil things I'll tell you. If you'll notice, a lot of these colors, in fact, all of them that stick up through are smeared in this direction. That meant the blank was going this way through the saw, and the blade drug that back because this is actually wax, and wax melts when it's warmed up. So as we do this and sand it and buff it, this little bit of wax there does warm up a little bit, and you lose a little bit off the surface. But yeah, Xbox and the latest Xbox, right, Rebecca? The latest Xbox or a PC that runs pretty decently. All right, here we go. Let's make this square thing round. Blower is on. And I got to be pretty gentle on these. I don't press as hard on this kind of thing, and I'll tell you why in a second. I'm inching this down little by little. We're still pretty square, as you can see. We just knocked the edges off, so we'll keep going. Will not work on your iPad. I don't think so, anyway. Yeah, these turn out to be gorgeous. They're just a little bit of extra work there, Joe. I'm not pushing that hard because in between every little pencil is a weak point. So if you push too hard, you might find that weak point really nicely. All right. So now that we get it round, it looks like that. Starting to look pretty cool, isn't it? And again, if you rub really hard, you can get a little bit of that waxy crayon stuff off. Okay, this is going to be rounded. Let's see, rounded 0.54. So for rounding, we start on the outside. You know, it might, Joe. I'm not sure what horsepower that Surface Pro has. How old is it? It's like the slowest pen you'll ever see me turn. Let's see, how are we getting down to? We're at a 0.65. We're going to a 0.54. Hello, Caden. How's that red pen, buddy? I saw your post in the Facebook group. Thank you very much. How's that thing look in person, huh? Yes, he got them and posted them in the Facebook group. 0.59. We're getting there. Point 0.58. We're getting there. There's Carrie. Yeah, that thing looks pretty cool in person, doesn't it, Caden? I love that red one, man. That was awesome. All right, we're getting close, I'll bet you. 0.56, and we're going to a 0.54. So we are close. Point 0.55, getting close. All right, we're going to leave that alone on that end. We're going to go play with the other end. Did you find the diamond Tim snuck up there for safekeeping? Oh, yeah, we could. I know we got one form from you a while ago. Get your weird on. Let's get your weird on. Sounds like fun. Glad Carrie knows what you're talking about. She should. I just work here. Oh, yeah, I don't know what we're talking about now. I'm lost. But that's okay. I don't need to be found. I can live here in my glorious lostness. All right, let's see how we're doing on this end. It is 0.55. We'll leave it right there because sanding will take it down to where we need to be. Let's see, what's the middle? Oh, artist choice. Didn't make this easy, did we? Carrie, how did I do yours? Oh, that's cool, BP. I like that, J-Rock. Done with your mermaid's bedroom. Oh, you got a whole bedroom with mermaids? Morse code on this one? No. No, really? I think 2 bumps would be better. I'd love to just do a mustache because I hate to make it weaker than it already is. 2 bumps. Yeah, I think that's what it did for yours. Let's find the middle here. Or as I like to call them, sixlets. 5.5, and we'll just do about, there's the middle right there. I'm glad I'm not the only one, Joe. But hey, that's usually my normal state. All right, that'll be good right there. Here we go. Just make some marks for us. You really don't want to go too far into this one. Each pencil or around the pencil is a weak point, and there's not much resin holding this together. So you got to be mega gentle. Like I'm hardly pushing it all. I'm letting the knife do all the work. And these are pencils, and everybody knows how soft pencils are. Anything weird, go, go, go. The what'd you call it? Weird along or something? Now we'll round these 2 bumps here. This is a really slow way to sharpen a pencil, isn't it? All right. We'll do a little bit of shaping with the sanding block. There we go. All those pencil shavings. That might make a cool pen, Rebecca. All those little bits of color. A lot of static electricity in those. Interesting. Wonder why there'd be so much static electricity in there. All right, blower is off. Get your weird on. There you go. Get your weird on. Weird along. That's a good one. Weird along. And we're going to use a lot of water on here because we really want to keep this cool. And we're not going to press very hard with the sanding blocks and the little pieces of paper, because if you press too hard, you'll take some of that wax out of the side of the pencil. You can see a little bit of that wax coming off now, and I'm barely touching it. I don't want to ruin this one. This is a very textured pen when you're done. You could feel all the wood and the wax and stuff. Pretty cool. And very colorful. I have a butter. Yeah, you go, Joe. Get that Miss Butter D out. Yeah, Carrie's been talking about this event since, I don't know, in October. Finally let the dogs out. Yes. Yes, J. Rob, you have to join. Everybody needs the cheerful J. Rob around. How's it feel? Oh, it's feeling pretty nice. That's a nice, good pass. All right, now we'll take this again. Super gentle, not nearly pressing as hard as I normally do, because the wax in here, number one, I don't want to heat it up and lose it and make a groove where there was wax once. So I'm just lightly hitting it. I want to hit the wood, want to leave the wax. Add the water for cooling and moving the stuff around. Lubrication so it doesn't heat up very much. Feeling very nice. Very nice. Yeah, and the franchise bucket's getting low, which is really great, which means I'm catching up a little bit. And then I'll go to the main buckets for the things I do on the premieres. So if you want to see yours turned live, like on one of the lives, make sure you tell Carrie. If not, it may get slipped into the premiere if I run out of the other buckets there. Ooh, that feels good. Feels nice. All right. And the last one. Good night. Excellent, Chocolate Diamonds. That's who you need to talk to, your granddaughter. That's very fine. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you later. And say hi to your granddaughter from all of us. And then we're going to just lightly polish it with this plastic stuff. Don't need much. I don't want to grind it into the wood and give the wood a light tint. So super light, and I don't add any extra. And if you notice, see my rag? Some of the ink is coming off on the rag, or some of the wax. See that? See that green and yellow and stuff? And I'm being super, super light because I don't want to heat it up. And I don't feel any gaps. So this is looking pretty good. All right, there we go. Oh, that came out very nice. Very nice. And what I'm looking for on these little long ones here is that there is an indentation, but there isn't. So we did a good job on that one. You only have to worry about these long guys there. Very nice. That looks pretty cool. All right, next is the orange, yellow, brown, gold square 6-inch, as is not quite 6 inches, but close. And rounded 0.54, artist choice. Not sure where this one came from. Might be Troy. All right, we are blowing 100 miles an hour now. This is an all resin blank, so we can be normally aggressive on it. Ooh, that's smooth. Very round. Okay. This is going to be rounded 0.54. Very much like the last one, but we'll put a different design in the middle. See how far we're getting down here. 0.68. Got a long way to go. 0.54. Getting there, 0.60. .58, getting close. .56, getting very close. Let's make this end round now. .54, .54. Perfect. Now let's take a little guts off the middle here. Anybody got any questions tonight? Everything's fair game, or are we all just working and lurking? Or whipping and lurking? Let's see. Did I miss any chats, Joe? Nope. Doing good. Yeah, that's good. Working on the diamond painting. Whipping and whipping and lurking, or working and lurking, or whatever they call that. Okay, artist choice. Let's see what we got here. You know what I think will look killer on here? Vases. This almost looks like earthenware. Shiny earthenware. 5.5. There's the center. Hey, Audrey. Not too tired of diamond paint. Oh, yeah, moving will wear you out. Yeah, you were all pinked up yesterday, Rebecca. Nice, Will. Nice. Hey, you know, Audrey, you may not have been here earlier, but Joe and I were talking about how to pronounce B-R-A-T in the meat section. And I even said, Audrey corrected me every time that we were in that meat section because I'd say brat. And she says, no, brats are my children. These are brats. I will remember that to the day I am dead, Audrey. No, brats are my kids. Hey, Gab, good to see you. Lurk away, lurk away. Just glad you're here. Glad we could say hi to you. We were going through the, I think we had was that, I think that Monday night we were just having a shoot the breeze kind of thing. And we were walking through the Facebook group looking at the different pens, and there was Gabrielle Pisano. And I'm like, hey, I haven't seen Gab in a while. So we're glad you're here. Fondly thought of. Let's just say that. Fondly thought of. I love making bases. No, I was literally, that's the way that's the way I pronounce them, brats. No idea where I got that from. And every time Audrey would say, brats are my kids. These are brats, Tim. And I'd say, thank you, Audrey. And I'd smile at her. I didn't even do it on purpose. It's just in my head that way. Well, we're glad you're here, and I'm glad you've been busy. All right, that's looking pretty good. This is going to be brilliant, I'm telling you. This thing, look at this thing before you even shine it up. It is going to be gorgeous. Do, 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 do. This video came up in my feed. It was all the Brady Bunch songs, one after the other. I'm like, oh my goodness. Can you say cheese? That show, I never saw it in broadcast, or don't remember it anyway. I just remember seeing it on the afternoon after getting home from school and stuff like that, seeing the Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island, all that kind of stuff. But all those shows, oh my goodness, those songs they had and the choreography they had on that talent show that they were on, that's why they were singing those songs. Oh, that was so funny. Carrie says, what are you watching? I said, I don't know. It just came up in my YouTube feed. Sometimes at the end of my work day in the office, right here in my home, I like to come out because I've been using my brain and my brain is tired. I just want to watch stupid stuff on YouTube. So I'll watch car crashes. I'll watch, who's that guy in Pinal County? Frank. Fridays with Frank from the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Him having interactions with people. And I'll watch Karens at Walmart or something like that. You know, just something stupid. Alf. There you go. Alf was awesome. Tim, read my question above. I got to go over to the computer. Maybe I missed that watching the pen. By the way, where is the pen toss going on so I can get over and it? It's over now, but it's in Lady Lath's work. Lady Lath Custom Works or something like that. Lady Lath, LadyLathe. If you search for that, you'll find it. But Stacy Travis is and Vicki Peterson and Nikki Carell, whatever. Tim, check out the King of Random. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a song, though. Seals and Crofts. She was the king of nothing, nothing. Do. Yeah, Lady Lath Custom Works or Lady Lath Co-op. That's what it is. Is that a TV show on Netflix, The King of Random? Must be important because you got a bunch of, he does crazy experiments. Oh, I'll check him out. By the way, speaking of Seals and Crofts, and of course, I was the only one speaking of it. Best song they ever had, they had a lot of cool songs, was Ruby Jean and Billy Lee, or Billy Lee and Ruby Jean. Can't remember how that goes. I'll check out the King of, I think I may have seen him before. I like that Russian hacker guy too. But I love watching Karens, car crashes, some of those law and crime videos where people commit these heinous crimes and, just, or I'll watch Rebecca. But Rebecca's isn't stupid. Rebecca's I actually have to think. You have to watch. So that's not a dumb one. That's feeling good. Feeling good. The King of Random. I think my finger condom here is just filling up with water. I don't think it's gonna. I'll bandage myself up. I'll let it dry after I. It's just a little tiny gouge cut that I got by sticking my finger in a place that it didn't belong here in the shop. And there was a sharp thing in there, and of course I'm always using this side of the finger to sand. So all day long I'm pushing against these things with the cut that won't heal. Now, once I go back to work on Monday, actually, I'll be flying on Monday, so I won't be near the lathe till Friday night, so it'll heal because I won't be using it. I mean, typing doesn't help much. Oh, Ruby Jean. And it was a love song to both of their wives, Jim Seals and Dash Crofts. And they were just talking about living amongst the stars and living forever and with each other and all. It's a very sweet song. And it's a great tune. Oh my goodness, it's a great tune. I love Seals and Crofts. Nickel metal hydride batteries. Yeah, that'll get you a nice little pink flame, won't it? You know what's funny is when you're flying, you can take lithium ion batteries and stuff like that in your carry-on, but you can't put them in your checked baggage, and you can't ship anything by air that has that lithium ion designation on the package. It all has to go ground. So if you take it on your bag and your bag catches on fire, what's the difference? Not like they're going to control it or something, right? Wildflower by Seals and Crofts was the best song. No, ma'am. It was Ruby Jean and Billy Lee, but Wildflower is very good. I only argue just because I like that, Cindy. I'm not arguing with you to be right. It don't matter. If you like that song, then that is your best song. But I like all of Seals and Crofts. And when I say the best, it's not like 10 times better than Wildflower. It's just a notch up for me. I just love the harmonies in there and the chord progression and just the way it comes across. It's very, very nice. But they had a lot of good things like that. Didn't they have the song The King of Nothing? Do 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 do. And Jim Seals had a brother named Dan, and Dan Seals was a big country singer. Did a really famous song, Meet Me in Montana, with Marie Osmond. That was a real popular song. And he was a good singer and songwriter in his own right, I believe. I enjoyed listening to him. He had a nice voice. Yes, ma'am, they were smoking a lot of dope there, I'm telling you. Those guys were dang crafty. Okay, here's the reveal on this one. I'm going to tell you, this is a smoke your eyeball blank. Look at the colors in that thing. Oh my goodness. Just the copper, the yellow, the brown, a little bit of black, a little bit of ghost white in there, or ghost gold. I'm not sure which it is. Gosh, that thing looks rich. My goodness. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Very colorful. Okay, those are two for Miss Meyer. Thank you, Joyce, for the opportunity to turn your pens. The leopard buffer will get them all buffed up, and Carrie will get them shipped out. Of course, it's President's Day on Monday, so nothing will go out Monday. I think they're all hiding somewhere. Okay, who's up next? Oh, my goodness. We're going to be working on this tonight and tomorrow night because there is 6 blanks in this one here. And this is for Miss Christina C. See attached photo. Oh, look at this. This girl ain't messing around. All 5 inches long. So that's the first thing we got to do is get them to be 5 inches long. So let me get out my ruler here. I will, let me clear the way. And since I'll put this on the bench because, you know, why not? Let me put all my tools away. I'm going to put this back inside here. This will have to go in the... I mean, there's nothing scientific about what I'm going to do, but why sit and watch a lathe when we can watch me do something here? So let me switch this over here. You still got the vinyls of Seals and Crofts? Seals and Crofts? My goodness. Wow, wow. Lithium works. That's okay. No big deal, Lawrence. No, but nickel metal hydride had a problem blowing up too. Let's see. Where's my camera settings? Camera. Let's go to this one. There we go. So I'll bring my tools over here. So these are all Christina's, and she wants them to be 5 inches long. And one of the things I look at when I cut them off, like this one is pretty much common throughout the whole blank. So you don't have to worry about what you're cutting off. You just got to cut it off. So we go to 5. Gonna be right there. This one here, again, it doesn't matter where you cut it because it's all gorgeous. And we don't even know what it looks like on the inside, so we're just guessing here. Same thing with this one here. This has that stuff. This doesn't matter either. It's just got all that tool in it, I think it is. This one has cholla wood. This will be cool. It doesn't matter which one we cut off, but yeah, it just doesn't matter. And this one is the breast cancer one, has those little breast cancer ribbons all throughout. So again, all of these are pretty non-directional, non-pattern type of blanks. So it doesn't matter how we cut them off. So here, I'm gonna go cut them off now. Stand by, I'll be right back. There's one. All right, those are all cut. And two of them I have to sand down flat. Okay, there's those. So those are now all 5 inches long. And that's what she wants. She wants 5-inch long blanks. All right, now let's go back over to the other camera. Man, Lawrence, I haven't seen a 78 in probably 40 years. Yeah, I could believe that, Cindy. No doubt about it. Okay. Let me see if I can reorient this camera here. Let me see where that's going to point. All right, that should be good here. So this is the jig I used to hold them. And I had to sand these. They have stuff that sticks up because they look really good in the listing. But I've got to flatten this so that I can put it in this jig right here because it needs to hold it square. And if it were all this bumpy stuff, it would push the blank one way or the other. So this is how we drill the holes to put the bushings in. Got to get it right in the center. So when I say I'm drilling holes to put the bushings in, this is what I'm doing. Perfect. All right. There's that. 8-tracks. Man, I haven't seen 8-track in a long. Actually, I saw some in a pawn shop. Yeah, I had a Pioneer 8-track FM Super Tuner Underdash in my Nova way back in the day. 72 Chevy Nova. That was my high school car. All right, now got to put some bushings in. So she is, let's see, rounded, pointy, long snoot. What's the difference between round? Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. We did one of those one night, just sort of a fluke, and Christina really liked that one. But I don't know what the finger hold is 0.68. That's going to be pretty tough to get out of these, Christina. That's a chunky finger hold. This is actually a great opportunity to talk about the finger holds. All right, we got bushings and everything. In 78, I was 9. In 78, I was 17. It's -4. That's funny, J. Rob. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna do here. I think it's Christina must have left. I haven't seen her comment. '78, Cindy was married with 2 kids. Married with children. Okay, so see if I can get these lined up. So we got the Choya, the pink, and that one there with the netting in it. Then we got pink and that one there. Okay, that's the order we'll do them in. 0.66. So let's talk about size of finger holds. Let's go to the magic drawing board here. Let me get some of this paper to write on. This will be really good for people to refer to later too. Let me switch the camera back to this USB camera here above the bench. So Tim's magic drawing board here. Now, this is a blank, and we got a bushing in it now. And this blank is 0.85 by 0.86. So let's just call it 0.85 round, because that's the max we're ever going to get. So if you have a blank that is 0.85, let's see if we can see that on screen. Yeah, let me, yeah, that's about right. All right, so she would like a 0.68 or 66 on most of all of her blank. Let's see. 68, 64, 66, 64, 68, 66. Good variety. Keeps your fingers limber. I will not be turning any snakes tonight. No, she doesn't have any night, and these 6 will take us to the end of the evening for sure, or past. But if you look at this here, this is the largest she wants, a 0.68. And this is a 0.85 blank, which means 85 hundredths of an inch. and she wants 6800s. The difference between here and here is going to be 2 up to 70 and then 15. So 0.17 is the difference between those two there. And that means you've got 0.085 or say 0.09, right? So from here to here, you're going to end up with a 0.09 difference. So if we look at your blank and we're going to be turning it, let's just say you wanted a baseball bat, and this is a 0.68. 0.9, if you can see, is, or 0.09 is that much. That's 0.09 difference. So you will get that much of a rise on either side of your blank. So when you're buying blanks and you have a nice fat finger hold like a 0.68, you want to buy 1-inch blanks because that gives you a really nice margin to play between this and this. So end up what you get is something like that. And this is why we call this the elephant's foot, because this right here is going to be the only part that is fat. Then your finger grip's going to come in from there. If you had a 0.46, you'd be like this. So you'd have a really big disc on the end with some sloping in the center like that. I'm exaggerating it, of course, but you'd have a lot more curve from there to there. So now that's if I get that hole exactly in the middle of the end. If I'm off one side or the other, any amount, that reduces this extra turning area by that much. And it's the most you'll get on either side. So think about that when you're buying blanks. You want to buy as thick a blank as you can. Hey, Sedera, welcome in. Hey, Christina, no, you are not making things hard. Your directions are perfect. You're just going to get not as much curve as you would like on the 0.68s, a little bit more on the 0.64s. And I just thought, oh, this is a great opportunity to talk about, you know, buying a blank and getting that desired kind of thing. Yeah, look at Denise. 6/8 the same as hers. And you're right, Denise, you are best to have 1-inch blanks. That means the other ones don't work. I mean, don't not work. It's just you get more sexiness in the bigger pen or the bigger blank. And you'll see when we turn some what that means. Or a real small finger hold. But don't change your finger hold. We will deal with what we got. And remember that we can jimmy it around because let's just flip this over here. That's all scribble. When you're doing the finger hold, the reason we ask for the measurement is it gives us a starting point. So if this were the baseball bat end, poorly drawn, and then this were coming down like this, and your finger hold starts, it goes up because that's how you have to, you know, hold your pen. I'm a terrible artist, you can tell. So this is always what I'm measuring. So if we're going for a 0.46, this could be a 0.45, it could be a 0.44, because nobody sticks their finger right down there. You're going to have it near there, but most of your finger is going to be on the incline. So this is just a reference starting point. So your 0.68 will go back out to the fatter part of your pen because that's where your finger will rest right along here. So we just use it as a starting point. And let's be real, these are handmade. So they're never perfect because I'm not a machine. I'm got my hands in there, right? If we turns that paper, it could be a prom dress. If we turns that paper. Let's see what else we get him to draw. Oh, you're too funny. Let's see. Wasn't sure. Yeah, we're going to be doing your pens next. I'm starting a cross-stitch group in my hometown. Very nice. And a Diamond Art group too. That's cool. Yep. So it was just a good opportunity to do this. That's why when we're doing a collaboration with Troy, I asked him after his last thing was a very thin blank for a lot of people, and it was a gorgeous blank. It's that Night Stars one with the girl with her feet on the fence. And for those who want a thicker finger hold, it doesn't work very well because it's a very small blank. So I said, I'll pay the extra to have the bigger blank. So will the client, because then they get a real sexy pen. In fact, watch a thing we did last weekend for Denise. You'll see the diamond painting pen DD in the name. So if you just search for DD, you'll find hers. And we turned her pens, and just so happens a lot of hers were very big blanks last week. And it really gave us a sexy baseball bat end with a lot of finger grip and a lot of pushing area against that. So, oh, don't worry. Carrie could probably look it up, Sedera. No big deal. Just ask her. She'll let you know. But, yeah, my finger holds, like Will says, my finger holds a 0.47. So you would not want something like that. Even if it's a 0.47, I would rather have more to cut down than not have any to cut down at all. For sure. For sure. But yeah, you're a 0.47, so you can buy any blank you want. Pretty much they're all going to come and they're going to be at least a 0.8 blank, 0.85. So your 0.47 gives us 0.2 on either side, or 0.02. Is that right? 0.2 on either side. Yeah, so you're going to have a lot of good luck. And 0.2 of an inch is a good chunk. Okay, let's go back to the lathe. This is a good opportunity to talk about buying blanks. And for Denise, you know, and you as well, I would say, hey, I need 1-inch blanks. We're still going to do great, and I'll show you what I mean once we get rolling here, because we got to round this up first. And we will not get all of yours done tonight, Christina. We'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 tomorrow night, but we'll get some done tonight for sure. I think you got 6 in your box there. All right, let's make this round first. And the reason I'm going to reach up and touch the blank is I want to feel how round it is. We're not quite to the roundness yet. And as I get closer to the round, I slow down a little bit because I only want to get it to the point just past where it gets round. I don't want to take any more off. I want to have as much pen to work with as I can. Now, I normally don't talk like this when I'm turning pens, but that's what's going through my head. So I'll just give you an idea, that's all. Now let's see how round we are. Yeah, see, we got just a tiny flat spot on this side, but I'm not worried about that because that will turn right out. So let's see where we ended up with rounding this one. So we ended up with a 0.84, so that's pretty good. I got those pretty much right in the middle, 0.84. All right, so now we're going to head to the 0.68 first. And on this one here, and by the way, I got to show you Christina's diagram. I have never gotten one of these yet, and this is absolutely perfect. So she says, here's what I want, and I'm doing this one right now. So it's a rounded, pointy, long snoot, and we did that once. It came out really cool looking, and she wants a 0.66. So what a great set of directions. She even put her order number on it. I mean, come on. It doesn't, Carrie didn't even make an order for him. He just stuck that in the box or in the packet. So that makes it super easy. All right, let me turn this down a little bit. Blower's still on. We'll go about 1700 RPM. And now we're going to do this long snoot rounded. So got to read that right? Rounded, pointy, long snoot. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to about here, which will give us less room to play with in the middle, but it'll look really cool. Perfectly round there. Now we're going to measure that because I don't want to take too much off. So we're down to a 0.74, so we're going to get a little more here. We're down to a 0.7, so we're almost there. Point 69.5. I guess I was too chicken to take any off there, huh? .68 on the money, or 0.6. Oh, this is a 0.66. We got a little bit more to go because that's a 0.6, almost there. All right, we are there now. Now this is going to be a long pointy one. So we're just going to, I don't remember why we did it this one night like this, but Christina says, what is that? I don't know, rounded pointy long snoot. We just made one up that night. Any screw-in threads on these? No. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of Denise's pens that she buys because the blanks are out of this world. And she just says, make me a sexy pen. So we're not going to get her 0.68, but we get her a sexy pen. .67, very close. Take a couple of molecules off of that one there. And remember that 0.68 is way down here. Most of your finger sits up in there. Oh, really? So you rest your finger down here. Oh, it almost doesn't even matter where that is then. That's interesting. So you really need a long snoot. What's up, baby? What you got? Oh, just watching. Okay. Yeah, so let me just stop it. So you hold your pen down here. Is that because you like to get really close to the canvas? Yeah, this is the finger hold we're measuring back here. And the reason we do it back here is this gives you something to push against, which means you have to hold the pen not as hard. Where if you're down here pressing things in, you have to put a stronger grip on that to keep it falling off. Oh, so these here and that's like that? That's interesting. That's cool. That'll work. Because that thumb will give you some leverage of pushing down. So that's a good way. I like it. Now, if you'll notice, because we push these back probably an extra 3/8 of an inch on either side, we have less real estate in the middle. So let's see what she wants. A swoop, single or double pane window, a mustache, My Shell Delight, no Cheerios, clown bow tie, almond, or candy wrapper. Okay, so this one here, I'm really liking almond. Let's get something marked out on here. Let's find the middle. 5 inches long, 2.5 is our middle. We're going to do, we can extend this a little bit because she uses a different part of the pen. Everybody's got a different grip. Isn't that funny? Just like holding a pencil in school. Everybody's got a different grip. So when I make Christina's pen, what I'm thinking is I can have less room in here. So I got a little bit more room in there because her thumb is up there. And that thumb doesn't take up as much room as the long finger does. That's interesting. That'll be good to remember. Very nice. Yo, I agree with you 100%, Christina. Baseball bat would not work for you. Now, I can think of a modification to the baseball bat that may work for you. Now, here's why I like the almond, because the almond reduces weight. And I call it the almond because it's a long, flat bump, if you will. There we go. That's the almond. Got to make this a little deeper here, or it'll look lopsided. A little bit more. And then we're going to experiment on the next pen. Not one of yours, Christine. I'm going to get one of my blanks out, and we're going to experiment. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to make something up on the fly. The reason I like the almond for a large pen like this is it really takes a lot of weight off of the pen. Yeah, I just had an idea that will give you a stop that will actually make it less to push against when you're diamond painting. Less energy to hold the pen. I think it might work. I'll experiment on one of my blanks and then we'll know. See you around, Lawrence. Sleep tight, buddy. Stay safe, stay warm. Of course, you're not having that problem right now. It's pretty toasty down there. This is the most unique shape pen I think I've made yet. Or it's just so different because I haven't ever done one in this particular shape combination. In fact, this almond just acts as a bridge to hold the two ends together. Just a structural bridge. This is how we learn, Christina. We learn from our clients, and everybody's just a little bit different. Holds like Sidera holds it different than you. Denise holds it different. Carrie holds it different. I hold it different. But I got an idea. As they say on American Chopper, we got some ideas. How you doing, Sean? Hope you're doing well today. How's Tucson? Probably pretty warm, right? Right now, I'm just using sandpaper. Got to pull my finger condom back on. I think it's just filling up with water. It's like a water balloon on the end of my finger. Yeah, I use progressive grits of sandpaper from rough to fine before I polish it with the white polishing compound. Oh, this is just my finger condom to keep my, I got a cut on my finger. Trying to keep it dry, but it's not working too dry. It's just filling up with water. Looks fancy, doesn't it? But it's just covering my finger. Earlier in the night, my Band-Aid came off, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to mess with Band-Aids. I'm just going to cover it up. And it won't start healing until I, go to bed Sunday night and I'm done all turning. Because I'll just keep getting it wet, and I use that finger a lot while I'm turning. Yeah, 80s. That's a tough one there in Tucson, huh, Sean? Woo. Okay, now I'll break out the polish. And this is super fine polish, like the kind you'd clean your headlights and get them all restored kind of polish. And really, I just hold it against the blank, and the rag and the polish do all the work. Absolutely, Christina. Absolutely. But this will be fun, a little bit off the beaten path, and we'll just experiment tonight. That looks so cool. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, my goodness. Great colors and texture in that one. Wow. Very nice. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to grab a blank of mine here. And drill some holes in it. Let's see, bushings. Yeah, that's a smoker, Christine. That's a gorgeous blank. All right, let's make this thing round first. Blower on. Yeah, this is the one I made. This is definitely a 1-inch blank. All right, nice and smooth. Handfuls of goodies. All right, now my idea was so I'm going to give you a very small baseball bat end, and then we'll give the long and snooty till about here, and then we'll drop down in behind that where your thumb's going to go. Let's see if this will work, first of all. All right, now we're going to come back about, that'll give our long and snooty right in there. And we'll come back behind this with your finger grip. So this is essentially this part of the pen pushed backwards with a baseball bat on the end. So now it's exactly what you would normally get, finger size and all. So let's see. Let me see what size we got here. Yeah, about a 0.68 on the money right there. And we will take okay, now let's see if we can do that on the other. I'm going to make this baseball bat just a little trimmer. So as you're pointing down or as you're pushing down, since your finger is going to go here and your thumb goes back there, this will give you something to push against, which means you have to grip this way less hard than you did before. And that'll relieve a little bit of tension in your arm. See if I can do that on the other side now. Might be a little difficult, missing a little piece here. One and a quarter. Okay, so Christina, I'm gonna send you this pen just to play with. And this is the longer snoot. This is the shorter snoot. And by shorter, I mean it's an 1/8 of an inch shorter. And we'll see if that makes a difference by the way you hold it. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul, right? We'll make all your other pens like you described without this little thing on the end. But we'll give this one to you and you can play with it and see how you like it. Ergonomically speaking, it's a little better, but it may not work for you. And this one's still a little too big on this end. Yeah, I just want to give you something to push against all day long. See what kind of finger grip we got here on this one. 0.66. Okay. We got a 0.67, 0.66. Yeah, we'll finish this one up just to call it done. And then we'll finish all the rest of Christina's tomorrow in the fashion that we did previously. I just wanted to play to see if we could do something like this. And if it works, Christina, we'll just call this end the Christina. If it doesn't work, we'll scrap it and not call it anything. Because it is a very unique design, but it may help. So you can be the guinea pig, the tester. Yeah, it's got some funny twists and turns on it, doesn't it? Yeah, it is very purple. Looks like grape Kool-Aid. I think this is the same blank that I made Lee and Lenore's pen and pencil set out of. I think she liked purple. Well, that is pretty good, Christina, because I could have pulled out any blank over there, but we got a purple one. Very nice. Feeling good. I think tomorrow now I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put a piece of tape around here. See if I can, because right now I can feel it's full of water. Could be a hole in it, just soaking it up. Who knows? It looks a little alien to me, I'll tell you, like it's a fighting sword from some alien vessel. We just make it up as we go along here, folks. Hang on. Hang on is what I say. And I'll be up at 6:30 in the morning making more pens tomorrow. No podcast, so I'll just be cranking them straight on through. I think I'll probably get 3. Let's see, this is number 20, 21. This is number 22 of the day I've made. Been having a good time. I tell you what I love the most. I come in here and I'm doing the no sound premieres, and there's a couple up for today, is I just put my headphones on and I hook it to my iPad here on the wall. I just sit and listen to books, watch YouTube videos, whatever it is, listen to radio stations all day long. I'm just in pig heaven. Making stuff and learning stuff, or wasting time, not sure which. Duct tape solves everything. You got it, Audrey. Duct tape and WD-40. When I was growing up, my dad was an HVAC, so I knew what duct tape was because I got in trouble for wasting it one time, and it's very expensive. But when I got into the Navy, it was all called EB green, EB gray, EB red, EB orange. And when I got to Amazon, it was 5S tape, even though it was all just duct tape. There it is. That's got a nice shimmer to it, too. Look at that. There it is. So, Christina, if it works, we'll call it the Christina. If it doesn't work, just throw it away. But anyway, there you go. So now you've got your finger down here. Now you've got something to push against. And you could even say, this works well, Tim. could you make this baseball bat a little bit larger for the end of your finger to put there? Now, if you got long fingernails, this might be perfect because they'll go over the baseball bat end. You're welcome, Sadara. It was fun. I did submarines for 12 years, and that was a ball. Talk about curiosity being solved. And I was a missile technician, so I worked on the nuclear weapons and all their support systems as well. Anyway, there you go, Christina. That's very interesting. I think we pulled it off. Well, I hope it works. I hope it works. So here's what we did, just in case anybody tuned in, which I doubt it. We essentially just added a baseball bat end to the front of that. Everything else is the same. This will just give her something to push on. We'll see if that works. Same length pen, 5 inches. That was pretty random, wasn't it? Okay. Everybody, thank you for being here this evening. I've been going since 4:30 this morning. Not turning. I played a video game for an hour, and then I got my brain in gear and got in here at 5:30, got things situated, and been turning all day and cleaning stuff out. Yes, ma'am. Everybody have a great evening. We will see you tomorrow night. Watch the premieres. They're fun. And then tomorrow, we will turn some more. So hopefully I get 3 premieres up tomorrow because I'll be up early. No podcast, not going anywhere. I'll just get stuff done. Anyway, everybody have a good night. See you soon. Bye-bye.